I'm going to start off with a story about Bud and Lisa. Press again. Getting started on a high note. All right. I'm going to start off with a story about Bud and Lisa. Bud and Lisa are owners of a business called Distinctive Gardens. Distinctive Gardens is a landscape company in the middle of Illinois. And they sell trees, they sell plants, all different sorts of things. And like most businesses, they're looking for more customers and to sell more products. But they're not a direct response company. You can't just click buy now and buy it online. In fact, you need a lot of gas in your car to get to their business. They're 2 hours from the closest city of Chicago, in the middle of Illinois. So they were having trouble finding those new customers and selling products. And so they turned to Facebook and Instagram, and they were targeting people in a certain radius around their business to attract new customers. And here's an example of an ad that they put on Facebook and Instagram around Christmas time, highlighting their Christmas trees. And every once in a while, somebody would call them to ask if they had inventory. They would get a message on Facebook, or sometimes people would actually drive to their store 2 hours away to buy a Christmas tree. Getting a few sales is good, but it's not good enough. It's not good enough when you're spending more money on your ads than you're actually making in sales. And then they created this ad. And I don't have to let the rest of it play. The sound is off. I don't have to let the rest of it play for you to just realize how drastically different it is from the ad that you saw before, from the static photos of the Christmas tree to this beautiful video that they created. And not only is it beautiful, but it was so effective. They completely sold out of inventory. And every time they put up a new ad for a new Tilly box, they sold out and they actually had to stop running their ads. So it's a really good problem to have. Now, let me ask you, how much money do you think it cost to produce that video that I just showed you? So raise your hand if you think it was about like $100, $150. Nobody. How about like $150 to like $500? Yeah, in the back. What about more than $500? It's a pretty nice video, right? Hand right there. Well, the answer was only $1.99. That's it. You win. You guessed right. Just kidding. He didn't guess at all. So it's only $1.99 to produce that ad. And it was an amazing video. And gosh, it was so different than what they showed before. So how did they do it? Well, they learned about Mobile Studio from Facebook. It's an approach to building advertising, great creative, using just the one thing that everybody has in their pocket, except when your pockets are too small, your mobile phone, and a few creative apps inside. So what can we learn about Bud and Lisa? Bud and Lisa were creating ads that were fine, and they're similar to most ads that small businesses create, just photos of their products that tell a little bit about their story and what they sell. But what they didn't realize is how they could create quantifiably better ads using just their phone, doing everything themselves. There was no fancy equipment unless you call this $20 tripod fancy. So instead of talking about all the other stories of small businesses just like Distinctive Gardens that have used Mobile Studio on all different social media platforms, I'm going to spend the rest of the time focusing on the how, so you guys can all leave knowing just how to create awesome ads on your own for your business or for businesses that you work with. But let me take a step back. Why are we even talking about creative and content in the first place? Because behaviors have changed so much. Behaviors have changed, especially on social media and on Facebook and Instagram. Your thumb is now in control of everything. It can continue scrolling past everything or stop when it finds something that's beautiful, that's relevant, and immediately connects with you. And so when you put an ad up for your business, it's very easy to scroll past it. People are consuming content faster, they're viewing things with sound off, and so it's more important than ever to create relevant content that stops people as they scroll. But the myth is that in order to create great ads that are effective, you need to spend a lot of time, a lot of money, hire an agency, hire a post-production company, an editor, all the things that nobody has time or money to do. But in reality, all you need is your phone, a few creative apps, and that $20 tripod to create ads like this. All of these were made without spending any money, using just a phone. Now I'm going to get into the how. So I'll start off talking about how to shoot from scratch to create new content, new photos, new videos for your ads. So when you look at these photos, you're probably imagining this beautiful kitchen, stainless steel appliances, granite countertops, like, I know for me, my dream kitchen. And that's what it looks like. But in reality, this is how it was shot. It was on the floor of Ali Mafucci, the owner of Inspiralize, her apartment. And she's so clever and hacky. She took a piece of foam core and she covered it in marble contact paper and shot it in a way where it looked like it was that fancy kitchen that she probably couldn't afford to put in her home or even rent for the day. So what she did is she used Boomerang to take a series of different Boomerang videos that show off her product. And she experimented with different angles, with different ideas to show off her product in different ways. And she tested all of them on Facebook and Instagram to see which one performed the best, which was this one, shot from above. So she decided, you know what, I've never made videos before, I've only done photos, I don't actually believe this is gonna work because I didn't spend any money on it. So she compared that video to an equivalent photo ad to see which one was more effective. So raise your hand if you think it was the video. Okay, lots of hands, and raise your hand if you think it was the photo ad. Okay, a couple of people in the back, yeah. Well, the people who said video were not only right, but like extremely right. The results speak for themselves. So for the video, they saw a 3.4% higher click-through rate, 11x lower cost per click, and 48 times more clicks to the website. She sold out of every product on Amazon, on her website, on Williams-Sonoma. Again, like Distinctive Garden, she had to stop running her ads. And she didn't have like 20 items in inventory. She had thousands. And she only spent $250 on these ads in the first place. So she realized these little hacky videos were working. Here's an example that I love for any local business that has a physical presence, like a store, like a restaurant, like a spa. You spend a lot of time and money putting thought into every detail of that experience. So what an amazing way to invite people into that experience through an ad by using a 360-degree photo. And don't worry, you don't have to go out and buy a 360-degree camera for a few $100s. All you have to do is take out that phone, you take a panoramic photo on your phone, and then you upload it to your Facebook page, and it automatically turns it into a 360-degree video. So you can have your potential customers experience your store just through an ad. I love this example of a coffee company, Chameleon Cold Brew, who used Instagram stories and hyperlapse to compress a really long story into a short one. So, whoops, there we go. So one of the benefits they wanted to communicate was that they can keep you going, right, with some coffee. And so they showed that back patio transformation, which probably took around an hour, but recorded it on hyperlapse and used Instagram ads to tell that story in maybe 5 seconds. So just like Inspiralize thought of a clever way to show off a sort of static product, here's a bakery baked. Has anyone heard of Baked? New Yorkers? Yeah, really good. There's one in Tribeca, there's one in Red Hook. So they were taking pictures of their donuts and their pastries, just like most bakeries do, because that's what you have. Like, how do you make it move, right? It doesn't move on its own. But then they found out about stop motion, and this is what they created. Again, this was only using a phone, not spending $1. And the first time I heard about stop motion, I was like, that sounds too complicated for me. But then I realized it's actually just a stack of photos stitched together into a video. So you're not even creating a video. And I'll show you how to do it yourself. So first you set the stage, whatever you want to take. So here's a little miniature mannequin that we had. And then you open an app like Photoshop, and you move the product, take a photo, move the product, take a photo, and you continue to do that over and over until you're done. And then there's your video. So it's a great way to bring a static object to life. Or you can hack Instagram stories, just like Susan Alexandra did, where you take a series of photos and you just move the product over and over again. And when you upload each of them into Instagram stories, if you used it, you know that you just tap, tap, tap to go to the next photo. And as you're tapping, it actually looks like it's an animated video. So those are a bunch of different ideas on shooting from scratch when you need to create original content and you don't have anything. Now I'm going to talk about how you can extract more value out of all of the stuff that you already have for your business. So let's start off with an example of how to liven up your photos. So raise your hand if your business or a business you work with has a website presence. If your hand's not up, I'm a little surprised. These days it's important. And I know it's expensive, and I know you're very thoughtful about every word that goes on your website, every photo that communicates your business or your brand. So for a lot of e-commerce businesses, a lot of businesses that are showing products, they're shot on white backgrounds, which makes a lot of sense. There's a lot of contrast. It's a very simple way to shoot. So if you have products on white background, what you can actually do is turn them into something like this. And it looks like you need to know some fancy editing tools like Adobe Photoshop or After Effects. Not at all. I'll show you how you can do it on your phone without spending $1. So you open up Adobe Photoshop Mix, and you select the image that you want to put in the background. So this floral image that they had. And then you select the photo that you want to overlay, so the woman wearing the yellow dress. And you use your finger like a stylus, and you outline what you want to keep, and it removes everything else. And you can use the eraser tool to polish up the edges to make it look really professional. And then it looks like that. And then if you do that for several different photos, you put them into Facebook Slideshow, it animates that into that really awesome video. So you could think about the holidays, a different season, adding different backgrounds to change the look and feel of assets that you already have for new, relevant, great ads. This is a very, very simple one. So we're talking a lot about video and how video really stops people in newsfeed as they scroll, or really on any social media platform. So you can easily take your photo and just animate your logo on top with an app like Photoshop. Again, no fancy animation techniques. You just select a technique in the app itself, and then it plays like this, which helps to reinforce your brand. If you've spent time thinking about your logo, you want to communicate it, this is a really simple way that you can create a video out of a photo. And I love this example. If you haven't heard of Felix Gray, it's a great company. It's a local business in New York, and they make glasses that reduce eye strain from staring at computers and phones all day, which we could probably all relate to. And so what a great way to communicate that than by this ad where it's a person wearing glasses staring at a screen. But how do you do that? It's a Cinemagraph, if you've heard of a Cinemagraph, or a moving picture, which can often be quite expensive to buy that software, hire somebody else to do. But I'll show you how you can do it yourself using one app for free. So download Mask Art. You open up the video that you want to be playing, and then you select the photo that you want to send to the background. You then again use your finger, and you select the part of the video that you want to keep, and use the eraser tool to clean up the edges. That's it. That was what? Oh, I don't have a watch. 3 seconds? It doesn't take very long, and it produces an awesome video like the one that you just saw. Adding motion to copy. So we know that a lot of people want to communicate a very simple message, like for a home, for a realtor, just the price of the house. It's the one thing everybody wants to see. So you can use an app like Legend, which allows you to take that text for this, the price of the home, and then animate it over the photo or a video to add a more dynamic feel. So let me show you how to do that. So you type in the text. For this, it's for baked, about a Thanksgiving pie. You select the photo or video that you want to send to the background, and then it automatically shows you 18 different animations, and you just select the one that you like the best. Not only that, but you could even play around with the color and choose a color that feels more on brand for your business. And that's it. Voila. You have an awesome little ad that took, again, maybe like 10 seconds to make. So you can create those really short clips using Legend, and you can also stitch them together into a longer video. For this ad, the realtor wanted to talk about an area that nobody's heard of and wanted to communicate the benefits of this area called Sleepy Hollow Lake. So she made maybe 7 different videos with Legend, and then she opened up Photoshop and stitched them all together into a longer video, which is really only about 10 seconds in total. So you think you're all done at the end of this, but you're wrong. The homework is starting now. So the first thing that I'd love for you all to do at the end is to pick up this postcard that has all of our favorite apps. We've vetted hundreds, if not thousands, of different creative apps, and I'm pretty sure that all of them on here are free except the one that's $1.99. They'll be in the back of the room during the next break. Then go home, or during the next break, not during the next speaker, download all of these apps onto your phone, and play more, have fun. Every single app that you use will help you bring your brand or business to life in a different way, again, without spending any money. So play more, send me your ads, so I can include them in my presentation next time. Thank you.